Alright, so moving on to section 5.1, this is about where we get into finding the area under a curve, and right now we are finding it using different rectangles, and we basically draw them and then calculate the area of them, and then that's how we get the area under a curve, but it's just an estimation. So first we have our curve, and then it said draw three triangles, not triangles, rectangles from the right endpoints. So what it means by right endpoints is here's an endpoint, and that's where the rectangle comes from, endpoint, endpoint. So it goes from the right. So we calculate the area of all of them. So we're just adding all the areas together, and so they all are, the base is 1, so this is 1. So we have our 3 is 6 plus 8 plus 14, because this is at 6, this is at 8, and that's at 14. And so we add those together and it's times 1, but we don't really need to include that because it's just itself. So then we end up with R3 equals 28. And so that's our estimated area under the curve. And then once we get more and more rectangles, our estimation becomes closer and closer. So here are the endpoints. They're now 6 rectangles, and then they're still right endpoints. So now the base, this is going by 0.5. So we can just pull the 0.5 out here and then add all the different heights and then multiply by 0.5 at the end. So we have 6.5 for this rectangle, and then this one is 6. And then we have 6.5 again. And then we have 8. And then 10.5. So this is 10.5 and this is 14. So add all of these, multiply by 0.5, and then we end up with R6 is equal to 25.75. So our estimation is starting to get closer and closer because this excess is starting to get less and less because we're adding more rectangles. Another way we can do this is using left endpoints. So here we have the same graph, but we're just using 3 rectangles that are using the left endpoints. So left endpoint, left endpoint, left endpoint. So L3. So again, the base is just 1, so we're not going to add the 1 in, but our heights are 8 plus 6, and then plus 8 again. So this estimation, we get 22. As we can see, there is less excess, but there's more area that isn't covered by the left endpoints. So then we can try and use 6 rectangles from the left, using left endpoints. So now our base is 0.5, so we're going to pull that out, and then just add all the different heights. So for the heights, we get 8 plus 6.5 plus 6 plus 6.5 again, plus 8, and the last one is 10.5. So when we add all those together and multiply by 0.5, our L6 estimation is 22.75. Now there's one last kind that we can use using the middle endpoints. So here's our unit. We have 1, so our base is 1. So in the middle at 0.5, we are taking that value. And so we can see our M3 estimation. The base is 1, so we're not going to include 1, so we're just going to include the heights. So it's 6.5 plus 6.5 plus 10.5. So our M3 estimation is 23.5. And as we can see, there's a little bit of excess and a little bit that isn't included. So none of these are a perfect estimation, but it's close. So then we have our last one, which is M6. So we have 6 rectangles using midpoints. So 0.5 is our common base, so we're going to pull that out. Then the heights we have are 7 plus 6 plus 6 plus 7 plus 9 plus 10. So our M6 turns out to be 23.875. So that's just how we can start estimating areas under the curve. And again, this is just an estimation. None of these are 100% accurate, but it is just an estimation of the area.